So without any further ado, we will introduce our next speaker. Have your books ready, have your pens ready, have your phones ready, because Digital Marketing 101 is about to begin. Let's go, Maddy. Birdcage House, she looks hot. Look at the outfit. It's all rocked up in her little do. Go, Maddy.
Thank you. Oh, where's the clicker? Is this the clicker? Yeah. All right. Hi, everyone. Hope you all had your donuts, because your brain needs brain food, because I'm going to teach you pretty much everything I know in terms of foundational digital marketing that you need to know. So, digital marketing secrets exposed. Dun, dun, dun. First, though, I want to start with a concept, and this is something that is really close to my heart and I'm very passionate about. I want you to imagine a world where everybody loves their jobs. They're not struggling to get up on a Monday morning, dragging themselves to a job they hate. They actually are living their passion, and they are actually working in their passion, and because of that, they are doing the best work possible. Unfortunately, a recent study that I found says only 8% of people say that they are working in their passion, which is a pretty shitty number, because that means 92% of people in this world either hate their jobs or are just feeling average about it. I think for some people, they just don't know what their passion is. They haven't had the time to think about it. They're just not self-aware enough about it. But for many others, I believe they're not working in their passion because they don't believe that it's possible, because they don't believe that they can make a living, a good living, from doing what they love. So before we go further, I do want to introduce myself a little bit more. I am the owner of Birdcage Marketing, a boutique digital marketing agency up in Mackay, Queensland, but don't hold that against me. We work with brands all over the globe, big and small. I am a brand and marketer coach through Birdcage Marketing School. I am a TikTok creator at Maddy Birdcage. Make sure you follow me, guys, because I provide a lot of free information all the time. And I also like to stir up the business bros quite frequently, which is always fun. We launched our podcast, Not So Kind Regards, at the end of last year, and after only 12 episodes, we already hit the top 25% of entrepreneurship podcasts. So that was very exciting. Now I want to show you, I'm not sure if it's going to play. How do I? Well, this is a table. Press it again. Here we go. So this is our, there shouldn't be sound here. Just ignore. So this is our creative space that I built up in Mackay. It was a big warehouse that was ugly. We've got mechanics all around us, but this is the beautiful space we created. It is where I work with my team, where I continue with my 15 years of digital marketing experience. But the point is that I am here today with you, and I'm here to be a bad influence on you, because I want you leaving this room feeling so delulu about what you are capable of that you no longer are scared of using social media, of using digital marketing platforms to promote what you do. Because if you are working in your passion, actually, show of hands, who here is working in their passion? Woohoo, that's what I thought. Now, who here feels like they are reaching as many people as they possibly can? That there's not one more person in this world that they could help with what they're doing? I thought we'd have someone brave, but clearly not. Because I agree, I don't think any of us are reaching our potential. But we can start to do that by telling more people about what it is that we do, what we are passionate about, and how we are improving the world with what skills we have. Because the reality is that if you are working in your passion, like so many of you are, all of you are, I would assume, coming to an event like this, it is your job, it is your responsibility to make the world better through what it is that you're doing. Because I don't know about you, but I just don't want to live in a world where everyone hates their jobs. What do you guys reckon? Neither, exactly. And so, Lash Techs can change the world. Take a photo of this, put it on your freaking Instagram, show people that this is important, that doing your job and doing it well and doing it with passion and loving every single day of showing up to work, that is how we change the world. Because, as the wise Elle Woods once said, happy people just don't shoot their husbands. That is 100% true. But also, happy people change the world and they make more money doing it. And yes, we might not all be eco-warriors or building schools in Tanzania. We need people like that, but we also need Lash techs. We need business coaches, marketers, cleaners, caterers, fashion designers, accountants. We need all of these people to make our world function. And could you just imagine every single one of those jobs, every single person who has a job in the world, loving what they do so much that they do it so damn well? That is how we make the world better. Do you guys agree? Yeah. Yes. Oh, there we go. She's talking. Because the way that happiness works, vibes are contagious, happiness is contagious. And if you are a happy boss working in your business, you create happy employees who go home and create happy home lives with their families, with their partner, with their roommates, and then those people are happier in the world. That is how we can all just get along and be happy. And I actually believe a world like that is possible as long as the people like you who love their jobs are making that known and making more money doing it. Because we need more happy people with money. We don't need more angry, greedy business bros. And I'm not just saying bros as in men, I'm saying in general, just the vibe. We don't need them making more money. We need happy people who are doing what they love, who are spending money on the right things. And yes, I enjoy being a material girl like the rest of us, but we also need happy people to be investing in initiatives and causes that can make a difference. All it is, it's about discovering what you love, letting that fuel every single thing that you do, and then using that drive to tell as many people as possible, and therefore help as many people as possible. Which, segue, marketing is simply sharing ideas at scale. It's telling as many people as possible about an idea that you have, about a solution that you have to challenges that people face. So let me share a little story about how I realized all this and got to this point. It was very clear from when I was a child that I was meant to be a content creator and a marketing agency owner, even though content creation didn't exist, even while I was at uni. I was always in front of the camera. I love performing. I love this. This is where I love to be, in front of people looking at me, giving me attention, listening to what I have to say. I even, in our end-of-year primary school play, I played the lead role, which was, I only remember this recently, it was a marketing agency boss. That's what I played in year 6 at my end-of-year school play. And yet, because I wanted to be successful and make lots of money, when I finished high school, I went to law school for 3 years. What a waste of my life. Not because law is not important, but because I didn't fit in there. It was not my passion. And I looked around at all the other people there who were following their passion so clearly. And that's when I, after 3 years, decided to drop out. And much to my mother's disapproval, sorry mum, I went and finished my arts degree, I went on and did my master's in advertising, and at the same time I was starting my career in a marketing agency in Sydney. Fast forward to 2015, I move up to regional Queensland, a place I've never been before, to follow my husband's job as a tugboat captain, and I launched my own business. It was slow growth in the beginning because I was busy having babies, but then after 2022, things started to get pretty serious. We had a team of 8, we'd done $1 million in revenue in that year, still working from the granny flat of my house, but that's when I relapsed into trying to create success on someone else's terms, and I had these people in my ear that I let get in my ear, telling me how my business should be run, because apparently the way I was doing it, by being friends with my staff, by showing up on social media and swearing and just saying what comes out of my mouth and not being perfectly polished, apparently that was wrong. And I listened to those people. And guess what? By the end of 2022, when we were a team of 14, I had the studio space, I had overheads. Yes, I had bought my G-Wagon, my dream car. But the business was losing a serious amount of cash to the point where we ended up in a $100,000 tax debt by the end of 2022. So, again, a realization came to me, and I walked in November and fired more than half my team. I didn't have didn't plan to do it. And I want to say it was the hardest thing I ever did. It wasn't though, because I was once again standing up for myself, living my passion. My passion is not firing people, clearly, but it was that I wanted to do it the right way. I only wanted to employ passionate people, and these people that were working for me were wasting my fucking time and my money. And so by standing up to that and by being true to myself, that's what started this whole chain reaction of the growth that we have received to this point. I spent all of last year working with up to 32 one-on-one coaching clients at one time, completely reformulating our packages, no longer charging those $25,000 a month retainers. That was our focus, trying to get those big juicy clients. I actually hated that. I wanted to work with businesses like you, one-woman, one-man shows or small teams, to help them create their marketing from inside their business. Not charge them a shitload of money, not tell them how we're doing things and just being like, ta-da! Don't ask how we did it, we just did it. Instead, I actually wanted to show people how to do their marketing from inside their business, because that is what your audiences want. They don't want your marketing managed by an agency. They want you to be showing up on camera and for you to be showing your passion. And so within less than 12 months after having that big tax debt, we ended up posting a $90,000 profit month in November of 2023. Does everyone understand the difference between revenue and profit? Yeah, so that was my money, less the tax department. So what am I trying to say here from that story? Listen to yourself. Don't listen to other people that are telling you you're doing it wrong, when in fact you are doing it right because you're doing it your way. And so what I want you to do is throw everything out that you know about digital marketing right now, because everything that you've probably been told to this point is wrong, and it's probably just been regurgitated information that actually isn't very helpful. Marketing is not posting quotes and trends on social media. It's not spending thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. Any marketer that tells you to invest in Facebook ads before your organic marketing is off the ground, run for the fucking hills, because they don't know what they're talking about. And it's definitely not writing blogs on your website. All marketing is getting people to notice you, showing them that you know your shit, and then giving them a reason to buy from you. It is that simple. That's all marketing is. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So what I want you to do, I want you to start with strategy. Feel free to get pen and paper out, guys, because I'm going to teach you some very valuable things, and I'm going to be asking you guys questions. So we charge anywhere from $6,000 to $25,000 for our strategy. We're constantly booked out for them. So what I'm about to tell you is people understand the value. And it's not just big businesses that invest with our strategies, it's small businesses like yours, because they know the results that they're going to come through. So first thing I want you to ask, who are your dream customers? Who, when you see the booking come into your calendar, are you like, yes, I'm so happy that they're coming in? You need to understand their demographics, so age, sex, location, income, education, that type of stuff, but do not dwell on that, because that is what most people tell you. Understand your audience. They think that's what it is. That's not even, we don't really care about that, to be quite honest. Think about the psychographics though. What kind of people are they? How do they spend their day? What are their values? What are their interests? Now this is one of the most important points, their pain points. What problems are they trying to solve? Yes, by coming to you. So problems regarding their lashes or their appearance, or if you're an educator, their business. But also more widely, what problems are keeping them up at night? What are they talking to you about when they're lying on your bed and they're saying, oh, this thing really bothered me this week, my son is having troubles at school, this kind of stuff. I want you to know that about your audience, because that's when we understand the transformation. No, the transformation is not beautiful lashes. That is not the transformation. You guys need to give yourselves more credit. For that 17-year-old girl who is booked that appointment with you, she is exploring her beauty perhaps for the first time. For the 27-year-old entrepreneur, those lashes, they are her secret ingredient to the confidence that she has to get on camera, to promote her business, and to be making big moves. And for the 37-year-old mother, I get goosebumps talking about this. Like, for the 37-year-old mother who has just spent the last 5, 6, 7 years giving everything to her children and her family, that 1.5 hours lying on your bed is her proving that she is worth it. that she deserves to spend that time and money on herself to make herself feel amazing. And if you're an educator, you are empowering people, especially women, we've previously been marginalised forever, which is burning at the stake, whatever. But you are empowering people to go and make money themselves, literally generate an income from doing something that they love to do. And so, do you guys see, I feel like I can see the cogs turning. Do you see the difference between, like, have a look at this lovely set of lashes that I just did, compared to, I'm helping you discover your beauty, I'm giving you your confidence, I'm giving you your self-worth, I'm helping you see your own self-worth. That is the transformation. That is what you should actually be talking about in your marketing. But one point I want to make, you notice how I'm talking about a 17-year-old girl, 27-year-old entrepreneur, 37-year-old mother? I'm not saying 18 to 65-year-old women. That is not your audience. That is everyone. You need to be very specific about the types of people that you are helping, and that there is no right or wrong answer there. It is what you love to do. That is how you go from being competitors to the people sitting next to you to being colleagues, because you guys will have a completely different audience. And that, I don't think there is competition. You wouldn't be coming to an event like this if you did feel like every other lash tech was your competitor. But by having a very clear audience, that is how you become a category of one. And that is how you then design your brand. And that's what we're going to look at next, getting clear on your brand. So what do you need to know about your brand? You need to know what you sell, which is, that's pretty easy. People are pretty good at that. But just be really clear about what it is that you sell. You need to understand your brand personality. So, and hint, your brand personality is very connected to your personality, but it's usually like the higher version of yourself. The ideal version of yourself tends to be your brand personality. Same with your values. Your values will directly connect with the values of your target audience, and that's how you get people to say, I don't know why I love this brand. So I just love them. I feel connected to them. It's because you guys are sharing values. You need to be clear on your mission statement, and that obviously directly links back to you're not just putting lashes on someone, you're actually, giving them confidence, giving them their self-worth. But the polarizing belief, this is something that I've never heard anyone else speak about. This is something that we specifically use. And when we figured out this angle, that's when everything started going crazy for us and for our clients. So your polarizing belief, all that is simply the way that you see the world. And again, it relates directly to you. There's no right or wrong answers, but it is how you see what it is that you do, and all of your messaging needs to be filtered through that. So for example, polarizing beliefs could be that natural is best. So you might be a lash tech who believes that extensions shouldn't be noticeable on someone. They should actually work in with your client's natural features. Or you could be the complete opposite way and say, main character energy only. My client is the main character. They need big, bold, dramatic lashes, and they need to be noticed. Both of them are correct. It just has to depend on how you see the world and how you want to show up with it. And that is, again, how you become iconic, because yes, every single one of you are iconic. And until you believe that about yourself, you are limiting your success. So I want you to start acting like you are iconic, because you all are. You just need to really be true to yourself about it. Okay, we've looked at strategy. Now we're going to talk through the execution. And then I'm going to give you, I'm pep talking you the whole way through, but an extra good one. Who feels like this about digital marketing? It's confusing, I'm overwhelmed, I just want someone to tell me what to do. I hear that from every single person that comes to me. And so I'm going to tell you what to do right now. Use a modified marketing funnel. What does that mean? Who's heard of a marketing or a sales funnel before? Okay, get rid of that, that's all wrong. The marketing and sales funnels that you typically hear about are very growth hacking, analytics, spend lots of money on ads, crush it. It's not that. The way that we use a marketing funnel is based on consumer psychology and the customer journey. And we've been doing this for almost a decade now. We've worked with over 4,000 brands. We understand how people use the internet. And yes, that is all you have to do. Use the internet like a human. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to ask you a question. Well, my animations aren't working, guys, but it's okay. Who here instinctively thinks that this is how marketing works, that they see an ad, that your customer sees an ad, they click on it, and then they do and buy the thing. You may not want to admit it, but most people, if you've ever said, social media doesn't work for my business, paid ads don't work for my business, email marketing doesn't work for my business, it's because you're thinking about marketing like this. Well, I've got to point up here, like this. The reality is more like this, and this is a short customer journey, I can assure you. But they're seeing an ad, they're clicking away, they're reading it, they go somewhere else, the child's yelling at them, they get distracted, they see another ad, they click on your website, they sign up to your email list, they get 100 emails from you, then they finally hear someone else talking about your business, they end up Googling you, and then they go and buy from you. But your analytics are going to say, they found you through Google. No, they didn't. They found you through all of these platforms, as long as you are on those platforms. Now, this is chaotic, though. How the hell are you, sometimes as a solopreneur, how are you meant to market on all of these platforms? We call this marketing madness. That's where, mind the formatting, that's where our marketing funnel comes in. This is what our marketing funnel looks like. The reason why it's called a funnel is because our marketing is as effective as creating meth in a meth lab. No, it's not. That's not true. So the reason we call it a funnel is because it's wider at the top and narrow at the bottom. You need to attract as big an audience as possible at the top to then, if you're doing it right, you're going to have some people dropping off along the customer journey, and you want them to drop off. Because if you've been in business long enough, you know that nightmare clients, red flag clients, cost you so much time, money, and your mental health that you do not want them in your business. And so you want people to feel like, oh, I don't like that person. I don't agree with that. No, that's wrong. You want them to lose interest in you, because then at the bottom of the funnel, when they're about to buy from you, those are die-hard fans. Those are people where you can charge whatever you want. They will represent your bad. They will talk about your name in a room full of opportunities. They are your best clients. And that's what we're trying to do. Okay, who's feeling like this? It's meant to animate. It didn't animate. Back. Anyway, who's feeling too many tabs open? Yes, that's okay. It's all right. Who's feeling, though, oh, this is why my marketing has not been working too well, because I have never actually thought about any of this. That is good. If that is the case, you're on the verge of a breakthrough, which is my favorite time to work with a client. Okay, so we're looking at this funnel now. I'm about to take you through how to actually do the funnel, because it's still very abstract and confusing until I tell you all of this. So at the top of funnel, what we want to do, we want to be found. That is all we want to do at this point. We just want to get their attention. How do we get attention? Through social media specifically. We post content that is controversial, relatable, and/or aspirational. I want you to leverage universal themes, love and hate, life and death, success and failure. And I don't want you to sell a single thing at this point. I am giving you permission to post content on your business platforms that have nothing to do with your business, because this is how it works. Let's just say your audience is 45-year-old women with a luxury handbag fetish with all the time and money in the world. 99% of the time, they're not thinking about lash extensions. I know, because you guys are in your passion, you love watching anything when it comes to lashes and beauty and all of that, but this woman, she doesn't necessarily care about that except for her appointment with you once a month. She loves luxury handbags, and so what should you be posting about? Correct. Because that is what's going to get her attention. And yes, it doesn't have anything to do with your business per se, but this is how you go from creating content that feels like an ad to creating content that people actually open Instagram, open TikTok, open their emails, and they're like, oh yes, I love their content. I'm going to go and watch their profile. I don't want you to be afraid of negative comments. Controversial content is my favorite type, and I get a shitload of negative comments. But haters make you famous. I have a hat that says that, because that's the truth. I want you to respond to every comment. I want you to spark conversation. I want you to stay graceful. I've got a little example there where he is challenging me on my video, and all my favorite go-to, how so? Tell me more. And you get them just continually commenting, and sometimes it's a good convo that you've had. Oh, you've got a different opinion. If they're actual just assholes, you can completely block them. That's totally fine as well. But I want you to actually reverse engineer your content to be like, Who are the people I don't want to attract to my business, and how can I get them going a little bit? And then post that kind of content. If it's luxury handbag content, talking about bags that are like $50,000 or $100,000 handbags, that will get a lot of people who don't believe in that. That will get them a little bit pissed off and commenting, and that's fine because they're not your audience, and that's going to boost the engagement so the people that are your audience are going to see that. Okay, next we are building trust. So does everyone get the top of funnel stuff? Post whatever the hell you want, guys, as long as it's going to interest your audience. Next, we're going to build trust with these people. So you need to use middle of funnel content and platforms to build the trust. I need you to show them what they're missing out on. This is what a lot of business owners are quite good at this. It's this middle of funnel content, but it's sharing case studies, client reviews, before and afters, just basically showing that people are engaging with you and buying from you, and there's a vibe around your brand. I want you to show, don't tell how great you are. I BYO'd videographer today, and you better believe that I'm going to be posting this content all over my social media, because if people see that an intelligent, amazing group of people like you are letting me speak to you, they're going to be like, oh, maybe she does know what she's talking about. I'm going to go and spend my money with her. That sounds simple, but that's how it works. This is the worst screenshot in the world, but this is before I had my extensions and lost 15 kilos. Yes. Woohoo. But I want you to make them feel the feelings. And the reason why I'm using this is because people still talk to me about this video, because that was me telling the story that I basically told you guys of how I was in so much debt and now making shitloads of money. And the way that I did that was by listening to myself and not to other people. And that resonates with people, and that makes people feel the feelings. And if you can generate emotion with your audience, they will then, you can have the meeting out of your hand. We're not manipulating anyone here, we're building connection. I want you to remember that views aren't the goal here. Saves, shares, comments are. If you feel disheartened because, the video I posted about my brand story got like 500 views, good. You don't want that to go viral. You want it to resonate with your people. And I want you to post that kind of stuff on TikTok, Instagram newsfeed, your Instagram stories, retargeting, paid ads, email marketing, and your website. One slide that I don't think made it through was where the top of funnel platforms are. You need to be posting top of funnel content on platforms that are good at getting reach. So that's TikTok, that's Instagram Reels, and that's using your paid ads. Middle of funnel is like platforms where people have to actually know you, so they have to have signed up for your email list, they have to be following you on Instagram so that they can see your story, so that they can get an email from you. And this is content for people who aren't your customers. They're lurking. That's meant to be a guy saying, I'm not judging, but I'm judging. And that's what they're doing. They're judging you to make sure, is this the person for me? It should be 30% of your social media content. Now, top of funnel content should be 50% of your social media content. So if you're not posting that type of content, you're already not doing half the stuff you're meant to be doing. Okay, we're up to the sales point. You need to use bottom of funnel content to make sales. Guess what that requires, guys? Actually talking about what you sell. Who here feels weird about selling? Gives you the ick. Yeah, gives me the ick as well, which you'll see because I'm going to sell to you at the end of this, and you're going to see how nervous I get. But you can't be afraid about what it is that you're selling, because I want you to remember selling is actually service. And if you are passionate about what you do, which you've told me you are, if you are doing it in the best way possible and you are changing lives with what you do, you shouldn't be afraid to sell it, because it's going to improve the lives of your people that you have chosen, that you resonate with. Here we can start using marketing psychology tactics: scarcity, urgency, only 3 spots left, limited time only. Don't lie about this. It needs to be real, but make sure if you've only got a certain number of appointments in a day, tell them that. Tell them that they have to act now, not later, because humans are inherently lazy, and we're like, oh yeah, I'll get to that later. Give them a reason to do it now. If you really feel orkies about selling, use what I call, I made up, the peekaboo method, which we go into a lot more in Birdcage Marketing School, but basically it's just about giving people a little taste of the full thing. If you're an educator and you've got this guide that no one else has, give them a little taste of a couple of pages of that, and then be like, oh, you can get the rest. Because I just did that. Did you notice that? I just did that. I just said, this is the method we developed. We teach it all in the school. And that's not a sleazy way of selling. That's literally just saying, I know I've got what you want, go and get the rest of it now. Always include a call to action at this point. Always tell people what you wanted them to do next. The amount of times I've seen posts about 3 appointments left, that's great. Nothing then. Actually tell them, tap this link, book an appointment, call now. I agree, have a website so that people can actually book directly. What that is removing friction to conversion. That is giving people the least amount of steps so that they can spend money with you. If it's an effort to spend money with you, they're not going to do it. They're going to drop off. Like if someone doesn't have PayPal and I've got to get off the couch to get my credit card, it's probably not happening. So this should be 20% of your social media content. And this is for people who are ready to buy, they just need a good enough reason. Moira, the inspiration, says she discovered something called a promo code, but not just a promo code, a limited time promo code is what you need to be using. All right, strategy done, execution done, pep talk time. You have a responsibility to the world. If you're working in your passion, you have to tell people about it. You need to make people care about what you care about. If you're not doing it this way or a way, this formula, we've replicated over thousands of businesses in every single industry. We work a lot with female-focused audiences because we're an all-female team. But use this formula. Use a formula for marketing that works, because if you're not, you are wasting your passion. You're wasting it. If you're only serving 10 people a week, that's 10 people in this entire world. You could be helping so many more people. I didn't know I wanted hair extensions until my client, who's a hairdresser, said, let me put them in for you. And it's actually changed my life, these hair extensions. And you guys literally do the same thing, but with eyelashes. Okay, can we please promise ourselves that we're going to take our marketing seriously? Please, write it down, stick it on your wall, no, put it in your phone, whatever. Take it seriously, guys. It's not something to be scared about, it is important, because that is how you make the world better. I don't know, I'm not interested in buying products or services from people who don't love their job and who aren't 100% passionate about it, because I know I'm worth more and I'm worth working with people who are passionate. So this is why we did create Birdcage Marketing School, to help you help more people. Our agency is generally maxed out. I don't plan on hiring a bigger team. We're already at 10 and that gives me anxiety. We're not hiring any more people. So the best way that we could help people on scale is to create our online school. So if it's cool with you, I want to share the offer that I have for you, which I don't usually offer this discount. Can I do that? Yes. Introducing the full library from Birdcage Marketing School. Now this is absolutely everything that you need in order to execute the stuff I just taught you, because something I learned from mentoring 32 people at once for the entirety of last year is that it's not so much about being a good digital marketer, it's about then teaching people how to do their own digital marketing, but it's not that either. It's actually then getting you guys to do the thing. Because so many times clients would have excuses. They understood what I'm telling them, and yet they didn't do it. And it's generally fear, or it's generally some excuse. And so what we've done is create a program that overcomes all of your excuses, so then you have no excuse and you have to do the thing. So what you'll get 12 months access to the mini courses, which is all of our trainings, all of our agency tools and templates. You get our marketing master plan, which prior to this year was only for Birdcage employees. It's like a recipe guide. You had to be off probation as well to have this document, but then I said, fuck it, let's give it to everyone, and I was right, because the results that have come through from that is incredible. You get 12 months access to Chess Club, which is our online community where you have me, my team, and other members. You get monthly live sessions, and these live sessions are with myself, and they are the only way that you're going to speak to me live, ever. I don't work with one-on-one clients. I don't work with anyone else. This is the only way that you're ever going to speak to me again. It sounds terrible, but it's true. You can DM me if you want. Okay, monthly live sessions, but we're doing 2 this month. Also get post-service email support, so if you don't want to talk publicly with anyone and you're kind of embarrassed, you can just send us an email and we'll respond to you. And you also get heavily reduced coaching sessions, which are one-on-one coaching sessions. They're usually like $1,500 a session. You get them for $340 if you're a full library subscriber. I'm going to kind of just whiz through here because I'm sure I've taken up more time than I'm supposed to. No? Okay. I want to prove to you guys that I'm not just some bullshit marketer selling you guys a course. This is actually something. Who believes me, actually? Do you believe? Yes, thank you. Because I fucking love this and I get goosebumps talking about it. And when I hear things from other marketers, these are other marketers who do my course. She's paid a lot of money, Alison, current student, she's paid a lot of money for education and coaching in the past, but she believes every business at a minimum should be doing this school because it's so digestible and it's so simple. It's not going to take, it's going to take a bit of your time. You obviously have to focus in the beginning to build your funnel, but I don't have a lot of time either. Instead of recording 20-minute long trainings to just make you guys feel like you got more value, if I can make it a 4-minute training, I made it a 4-minute training because we don't have a lot of time, but you can fit those, if you're sitting at swimming lessons, quickly just listen to a training. That's how you get through it, by consistently doing little chunks of time. And if you feel like I've invested in heaps of courses before, don't worry, most of our students have. Well, that's just the same slide again. That shouldn't be there. No. Let's give it up for Deanna. She's done an amazing job, don't you think? Okay, so.
She sure has. Sorry. Keep going. We've just got to. I'm running at a little bit of time, so it's up to you, Deanna. What do you want to do here? Keep going?
I'm almost done, I promise.
Okay, cool. Great.
So I'm going to give you guys $1,000 off, which normally it is $3,980. The price is about to go up on the 1st of April, but you guys are only going to pay that much for the entire course, $2,980, but you've only got 2 days to do it. So the info is in the little A4 handout, but otherwise head to birdcagemarketingschool.com, use that code there, save $1,000 off, and don't tell anyone else because I'm not doing this for anyone else ever again. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That's great. No, that's fine. 15 minutes over. Marketers, they just talk, don't they? That's amazing.